hearing all the noises, all the screams coming from the voices. Alarms went off and we all hear my heartbeat pounding out of my ribs.
What's up, guys? Once again, Social Banter podcast, as always, with the one and only Melissa Cruz. How you doing?
I'm doing great, baby. Having an old fashioned. How are you?
Great. Oh, man, I'm so excited for the episode that we have today.
Oh, so my special guest.
Oh, yes. It's going to be amazing. But first, as always, let's thank our sponsors. Legendary LTD, Legendary Screen Printing, and not only that, as
Legendary Tattoos.
Oh, yeah. Who have you been getting done by?
Oh, you know, baby. Mitch only Mitch. And my next appointment is April 5th, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
That's going to be pretty awesome, man. And I can't wait to get back in there, too, because I'm itching to finish up my full sleeve, and you know how that is. It's been big work coming. So, anyways.
Our special guest? Oh, more sponsors. Yeah. I'm getting too excited, ahead of myself.
I know.
Raul Sanchez.
Raul Sanchez Photography. Go check him out. Check him out.
At thatraulsanchez.net.
Yes, at thatraulsanchez.net. Make sure you check him out. The magician, the one and only. And guess what, guys? Here he is. The one and only, the myth, the legend. This guy is phenomenal, my bearded brother. I mean, I can't call him bearded brother. You guys will hear why. But I guess I had to, happy wife, happy life, right? So I had to shave my beard down. And I had to do the podcast with him with, barely any beard on.
And we are just so thankful that he took time out of his busy schedule to get online with us and do this special podcast with us. He's a busy man, not only with his family, but with his music and his entertainment. So again, thank you so very much for doing this for us.
And not only that, but I want to give him a big shout out because in this episode, we also found out. Yes. Shout out. Is that better? Shout out.
There you go.
I am so sorry. Okay. So I want to give him a big shout out because he's coming to Tampa to perform.
Yes, he is. Side Splitters
in Carrollwood, guys. March Splitter
11.
in Carrollwood, Tampa, Florida. What time? Do you remember what
7
time?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
March 11th. Thursday night, March 11th.
It's only $20, guys. Let's go support this amazing artist. He's an independent artist. This is not a record label paying him or anything like that. Everything that he has done, all those tens of millions of views that he has on YouTube and everything, it's all him and his crew and his team just grinding.
All right, so
and showing the love.
Stop. Let them go. Come on.
I guess. All right, here it is, guys. Go check him out.
Marty Ray Project.
Marty Ray Project.
All right, man. Well, we got you here. Marty Ray, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you have a busy life and you're always on the go. And we really appreciate you taking the time to be in here, man. Thank you so much. How you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. God is good. Thank y'all so much for having me.
For sure. And this is my wife, Melissa Cruz. Say hi, baby.
Hello. Again, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate this.
Man, like I said, I'm honored y'all would have me on.
For sure.
I really am.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
For sure. Well, I definitely want to get into the nitty gritty right away. What was your background like? When did you start music? When did you start singing? When did you start playing guitar?
Well, I've been singing since I came out of the womb.
Nice.
Ever since, when I was born, I just always could sing. Or at least I thought I could, but some people thought I couldn't. So, and then I guess some people still think I can't. And maybe I don't even know if I sing right. So I couldn't really give anybody any lessons on how to do it. But years and years and years later, I started playing the guitar out of necessity, not necessarily out of love. I started playing the guitar because I was at the mercy of musicians writing songs. So I figured if I'm going to write these songs, I need to be able to play some music to go along with them. So that's why I learned the guitar.
For sure, for sure.
And you were born in Tennessee, so was it always country music?
I was born in Memphis, Tennessee. You know, there's not much country music in Memphis, Tennessee. It's blues.
Definitely not, yeah. Not in Memphis. That's more Nashville and stuff like that. And Nashville actually has a bunch of recording studios that are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, Memphis has some too. Memphis got Royal Studios. That's where Bruno Mars and
For sure, yeah.
what's his name did Uptown Funk.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's some big-time stuff going on. Art Studios in Memphis. Big time. But, I'm not even really country now.
Definitely
not. But I do write some country songs.
Mm-hmm.
And my first album I ever released was a country album. So I can understand why. And people look at me and they go, this guy's got to be singing country music, right? Because the way he looks. But a lot of the stuff I do is not really country to me. But as long as people like it, I'm okay with whatever they want to call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, my wife, she's more into the country, and that's the part that she loves about you. But me, being Puerto Rican and, you know, in the Latin industry and in the English industry over here, when I moved to Florida, by the way, we're based out of Tampa, Florida over here. And
I'm actually doing a show in Tampa March 10th.
Oh,
March
really?
11th, I have a show. Yeah, my first live in-person show in a long time. I'm doing one at Side Splitters.
Side Splitters,
wow.
for sure. That's amazing. Is it the one on US 19? Do you know? Do you know which one?
Oh, we're gonna have to
Don't give
look
me
it
the
up
line.
and check it out. Absolutely.
Yeah,
That
send
would
me
be
the info
awesome.
offline.
If you go to my Instagram, I just posted where people can go buy tickets today, just a while ago. It's crazy here in Tampa.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have to go check it out, man. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm going down there. Really, I'm not going down there just to do that show. I was going down there to just be on somebody's podcast.
Yeah.
It's like some you know, I think it's called Concrete. You ever heard of Concrete podcast?
I don't think so.
No, we'll have to check
We'll
it
have
out,
to
though.
check it out. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool show. Anyway, I was going down there to be on their show, and I said, well, I need to try to find a show to do while I'm there so that it covers the cost.
Yeah, exactly.
So
We know how that is.
doing one at Side Splitters. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, man. I'm glad that you actually you're gonna do a show over here. Hopefully, I can get all our people together and actually come check you out and support you over there, man.
Please.
That would be amazing.
Please tell them, whoever you know around there,
For sure.
it's like a godsend meeting somebody in Tampa. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what my fan base is.
Oh, we got a lot of
Oh,
people
trust me,
here
you
that are-
you do have
Yeah.
a big fan base over here, man.
Absolutely. We know a lot of people around here that
Yeah, 'cause
really enjoy your music, really enjoy what you do.
I actually started following you 4 years ago, man. About 4 years
Wow.
ago. Yeah, and it was when you came out with the which this whoever, if it was you that created directed the whole thing or whatever, it was amazing. The parody to Heathens that you did for 21 Savage.
No, 21
Or 21
Pilots.
Pilots, sorry. Yes, for 21
Yeah,
Pilots.
I haven't parodied the 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Funny though.
Yeah.
I never really thought. I don't even know any of his music.
Yeah,
But,
no, it was 21 Pilots for sure. And that,
But I see you're a 21 Savage fan.
yes, I definitely, I've heard 21 Savage here and there, but I'm more rocker than anything.
Listen, I like
even
the
though that
Ice
I
Ice
play
Baby
country.
one.
Yes,
I was a big Vanilla Ice fan back in the day. So when you did that, that topped it off for me.
Yeah, man. I did write and direct that. All My Friends Are Bearded, and but I didn't.
Yes.
I have a team. I had a team. I say a team. I got a pretty close friend of mine named Jared Callan. He's just a phenomenal cameraman, and he's a phenomenal editor, and he can direct as well. But now I definitely directed that, and he and I kind of wrote the treatment together. But it wasn't. I can't say, hey, look, we're geniuses, because we really just modeled it off of the original video, and we just parodied the original video as well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we said, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to prison. But I just took the idea of what they were doing said, well, it looked like he was in death row or something.
Exactly.
So I said, we're going to be on death row, but as Beards. So at the end, as you know, you see we're all being led to the quote electric chair.
Exactly,
it's
which
actually
is
a barber chair.
Yeah, the clippers with the clippers. Yeah,
that's right.
That was genius, brother. To do the parody like that, I thought it was genius, man.
How do you get your inspiration to do those? Is it from the song?
Oh, man,
just the words? What do you do?
Those things just happen like natural. My daughter the other day. I was actually in the living room. They always come in organic ways. The other day I was singing, I was in the living room. I was singing that song, I'm a little unsteady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. And I was singing that just in the living room. My daughter comes down the stairs. She goes, did you say Little Debbie? And I said, no. I said, but I'm going to write that now. And I did write it. I wrote a parody to that song called Little Debbie, and it's like we're going to make a video for it, and the song it kind of goes, Mama, I feel starvation is near. If you love me, bring Swiss rolls.
Nice.
Or the pies with marshmallows. So
awesome.
it's just once I get something in my head, I got to get it out. I got to write it and finish it. And then my plan is always to make videos, because my plan is actually to make a video for every single song that I have. And someday I'll be rich enough to do that. That takes a lot of money.
I know, right? Yeah, it's a lot of money, and a lot of there's a lot of people that are involved in it as well. So you can you can wear all the hats, for so long till you get so big, and then you gotta start getting bigger on your team to be able to get all your stuff accomplished.
It's tough, man, and I'm still a small. Like when it comes to my music and all that, I'm still a one-man team. Like it's just me.
Of course. Yeah.
I have when it comes to making videos, I'm blessed to have Jared, and sometimes Jared and Brad, my little brother.
Yeah.
And
shout out to them as well.
Skeleton Crew. Shout out to them, man. Brad Bill.
Hell yeah.
Brad Bill, Jared Callen. Jared Callen has a podcast. If anybody's listening, you would actually probably enjoy it. He's got a podcast called Horror Stories. It's hard to say that, but it's a really genius idea. It's essentially artists, bands, and artists and all these people come on and they tell horror stories from the tour.
Gotcha.
So it's Horror Stories.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, man, I can't wait to check that out. And is it on all the platforms as well?
Everywhere you can see a podcast, hear a podcast. Yeah.
That's awesome. Good. So going back to a little bit of your story, you were talking about a little bit of your background when you started and how you started playing guitar and stuff like that. And as you're saying that you're from Memphis, when was the first time that you said, okay, I need to start a YouTube channel and I need to, cause don't you have your own podcast as well?
Dude, the Marty Ray Project.
Exactly. So
I was actually.
And a radio show too, right?
No,
it's a podcast.
I wish I did have a radio show. Yeah.
What is Mem Nash Radio?
That's what I was about to say. I actually was podcasting before I ever did music. So in 2007, I was podcasting back when nobody knew what a podcast was, and they got literally no respect.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why you see that. That's why that was named Mem Nash Radio to fool people into thinking it was a radio show. And that's been dead for many, many years.
Gotcha.
But because my dream has always been to have my own talk radio show, essentially like Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Like something like that. I've always wanted to do that. And the only way that I'll ever be able to do that is through podcasting.
Exactly.
So I knew that then, and I know that now. So I just we're in episode 30, 36 or whatever of
Yeah, I
our.
think so. I'm all caught up
podcast.
now.
Oh, you listen to all of them?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Man, thank you so much, man. That means
For sure.
the world.
For sure.
Yeah, so I really enjoy podcasting. I love it so much, and my goal in that is to just be able to do that full time, and that be the main source of my income, and not just for me, but for my buddy Chris, who's the co-host, and I told him, I said, look, you come in and we'll just split it 50-50, whatever, and whatever we end up making down the line, and then, but to ultimately have a team of people and just having a lot of people, like a lot of friends there producing and booking guests, and just there's nothing better than to think about having all your friends doing something with you and you're able to pay them. We're all able to make money doing it. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly what we're trying to do over here as well.
Man, I pray that happens for y'all for sure. Because it's a dream. When it does, it's a dream. We just had Bert Kreischer on.
Really?
He is hysterical.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's not released yet, but we did. We've already recorded it. And he said that a TV show, Travel Channel, I probably shouldn't say this before somebody hears it, but nonetheless, I'm going to say it anyway.
You're going to be in a
Channel,
few weeks, so don't worry.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to release. I think that one's coming out Wednesday. I think it's coming out.
Okay, so this is going to be coming out after, so don't worry.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. Yep. So yeah, Bert Kreischer, he said on that show that Travel Channel keeps reaching out to him to do a TV show, and he looks at the money and he says, I make more money than that just doing one episode in my backyard on a podcast, just reading 7 reads of ads.
Wow.
On one episode.
What?
So, and they were going, you're telling me that you make more money than that just reading sponsors on one episode? He goes, yeah. So I was like, man, that's the dream right there, man.
Yeah, it is, man. We're actually about to buy a house and everything. That's our goal, to be able to have a podcast in the backyard, that we can, have it isolated in the whole studio there, where we can start doing videos as well, and make it, completely big and nice and official, and just try to, that's why we wanted to talk to you so bad, is because I wanted to scratch your beard. I shouldn't say your head, but your beard. Since you're a bearded brother, I wanted to be able to scratch your, and figure out how is it that what formula did you go, how did you go about it to be able to, what can you tell us since we have, similar goals and stuff like that in our own podcast, what can you tell us to get to, for example, you have almost 600,000 subscribers on YouTube. You have, I don't know how many millions on IG and Facebook. Like, how do you get there? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I can't tell you how to get there with a podcast, because I didn't get there by podcasting. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to where you want to be as well. Like I'm just like you in that regard as far as podcasting goes. I'm trying to do the same thing, but with music is seems like to me music is easier on every platform, because all you have to do is captivate somebody, and if God gave you a gift to do that with your voice, then it's really simple, because he kind of honors the effort. So what happens is I just make videos and I love my fans. So if you've been a fan of mine for 4 years, there's no way, if you've left a comment, that I haven't answered you.
Oh, for sure.
Some point.
Exactly.
That's how we
got here.
Exactly.
Because I love y'all, man. That's the truth. I love my fans more than anything else. Other than my children, my wife and Jesus, I love my fans. You know what I'm saying?
And we really
More.
appreciate that, man, because it's really hard to get in touch with, with a person that you look up to so much that it's, to you, it's a celebrity, because I look up to you as a musician, because obviously I'm a musician myself, but I look up to the things that you do and the road that you're taking to get there, because it's like you're teaching me as well as, I'm watching you and you're teaching me how to get there at the same time, on how much grind you actually have to put in there, how much work and effort you actually have to put in there, and how much networking you have to do. Because, I mean, you're all over the place right now, aren't you?
Always. Networking is definitely the key, man. I just got off the phone earlier with a guy talking strictly about podcasting. You got to, it's like, and I'm telling you, like, you got to put yourself in situations to meet people that you wouldn't meet otherwise.
Exactly.
I have a gift. God gave me a gift, and the Bible says, in Proverbs, it says, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. That's literally my life. Like, I can't tell you why I made a video at 3 o'clock in the morning one morning, and I said, hey, here's the original post for Ice Ice Baby was posted at 3 o'clock in the morning on on my personal Facebook page. And I was trying to, because I had a viral video before that. The viral video that I first had was all about that beard.
Yes.
And so I was trying to be consistent, because consistency is key. And so I was slacking off, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, I said, hey, I don't know if y'all are going to care about this or not, but here's the way I've been doing Ice Ice Baby. I know this is an old song. Little do I know what kind of legs this song has even to this day. And 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up the next morning. Well, the next day, rather, because I slept in.
Exactly, yeah.
Later that day, I woke up, and the video had just went bananas, man. It was at, I don't know, like 3 or 4 million views, and then there was people now going over to my Facebook page, which I never hardly posted on at all, and I didn't even notice it at first. I started looking, and I was like, wow, this page that I've not given any attention to has now jumped to 10,000 likes, now 20, and it just kept growing like that. And then I started looking at other places. People were finding me on YouTube, where I had neglected YouTube.
Yep.
Because Facebook was where it was at. That's where it was happening for me. And when that Ice Ice Baby hit, it hit everywhere. So I started making sure I capitalized on that wave, and I posted it everywhere. I posted that to my Facebook page. When I posted it to my page, it went viral again. I posted it to my YouTube channel. It went viral again. And then it wasn't just me posting it. People were taking the video. World Star Hip Hop posted that video.
Oh, yeah.
That went viral. Bam Margera posted it. It went viral on his Facebook page. This song was just nuts. It's crazy what that song has done for Vanilla Ice and for me. And I didn't know, like I'm saying this because I didn't post that going, hey, this is going to blow up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I posted it thinking, I just say, here's a filler video. Like, here's something. I'm just trying to be consistent. You never know when you have a filler video, that's the one that's going to be the big video.
Yeah.
So that's why, but you can't get to the filler that's going to be the viral if you don't post.
Right.
It's all about posting.
Exactly.
People always go, man, I just don't feel like it's ready. I don't feel like this is ready or that's ready. Well, then it's the ones that you didn't think were ready are the ones that blow you up.
Exactly.
That's the thing. So, like, what happened with that was I kept getting these, because at the time I'm running a record for my dad. I was running a towing service for my dad, and all these people kept messaging me on random social medias, and they would say, Vanilla Ice is my friend. What's your phone number? I'll have him call you. And I was like, yeah, right. But I ran a towing service.
Yeah.
I ran a towing service. So I was like, everybody's got my number anyway. So what I got to lose? Here's my number. And so it turns out that one of those people wasn't lying. The other ones were, but one of them wasn't. either the other ones were lying or they just
didn't have as much pull.
They thought they were, yeah, they thought they were closer to him than they were. But one of the guys, one of the guys was actually his friend from before he was famous. He was actually his friend, and that guy's still my friend today, and so is Rob. So then I get a phone call, and I answer the phone, and he says, "Hey, Marty Ray," and I said, "What's going on? How can I help you?" Because I answered the phone, Glenn Ray's towing, and he said, "I love that Ice Ice Baby, man." I said, "I appreciate that. How can I help you?" And he goes, he said, "What's up, man? It's Rob." I said, "I appreciate you, man. How can I help you?" Right? Because I didn't know.
Like, I still don't know who you are.
His name.
Exactly.
I didn't know his name was Rob. Yeah. I knew it was Vanilla Ice.
Oh,
and he
that's
goes,
hilarious.
"It's Rob Van Winkle, man. I love you. I love your cover of Ice Ice Baby." And eventually, even at the time, I still didn't really believe it, but he said he wanted me to come out and do a show with him in Miami. He said, we want to bring you out, fly you out, whatever. And I said, all right, send me an email and we'll do it. So I still didn't believe it until I got the email. And then he and I did a show together. Wow. I like to say that Salt and Pepper was there, Color Me Bad was there, and they all were opening up for Vanilla Ice. But because I was performing with Vanilla Ice, I always say that they opened up for me.
That's awesome.
That is badass, awesome. Brother. Holy crap. That is amazing.
And you do a lot of independent films, too, besides the music.
I do. Well, I used to. I hadn't done one in a long time, but I used to. I haven't even acted in something in a long time, other than my own projects. But I do love acting. I do. It's fun, and it pays really good, other than independent projects.
Yeah, yeah.
But, yeah. It pays good. If you get on a SAG project, they treat you like gold. Even if you just have one line, they treat you like royalty.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You get your own trailer, and you get to eat all the food you want. And, I like that. That's a win-win. Give me a trailer and all the food I want, and I'm there.
For sure. Now, another question that I've been wanting to ask is, when it comes to, you write your own music as well, so your songwriting process, how do you go about that?
It's always different. Like what I just told you about that parody. It came because I was just singing a song. And sometimes it'll come. I'll be like, there was a song that we just released from the new album that's coming out, and that new song is called "The Storm." And there was a tornado that came through and destroyed a large part of Nashville, and it destroyed my buddy's house. Everything he owned got destroyed.
Wow!
And so we're helping them get everything out of their house and move everything to storage, whatever's left, whatever's that's salvageable. And when we get done, I'm headed back home, and I just had this melody came to me, and these words, they came to me, and I was like, I remember hearing all the noise, all the springs coming from the voice, alarms went off, and we all hear my heartbeat pounding out of my ribs. So then I just had that in my head, and I put that on a voice memo, and I sent that to CJ, my buddy, and I said, hey, you want to get some music going for this, and I'll finish writing the lyrics. And I said, let's get together and do it. He goes, oh man, 100%. And so we got together, and he did the piano and wrote the music, and I wrote the lyrics to it. And that's how sometimes it comes that way. Sometimes I'll be playing something on guitar. I'll just start singing to that. Sometimes somebody else will be playing something. I'll start singing to that. Sometimes I just get an idea in my head of a word, and I'll write that down, and then I'll build a song around that. So it's always different.
Gotcha. That's awesome. Now, when you actually go to different states right now and stuff like that with everything going on, do you travel with a band, or do you just travel by yourself? Or when do you get to the state, you get a band from the state, or how do you go about that?
I very seldom do full band shows, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
I don't, because I can't make enough money doing that.
Gotcha.
I can't survive paying that many guys. So it's usually just, I mean, I always tell the people when they ask me to come do a show, I tell the people, because I mainly do private shows, like private shows and events and stuff like that, because I don't necessarily like doing public shows because it's up to me to put fans in the seats, and I don't like that responsibility.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll get paid. Yeah, normally I'll get paid anyway. Not with this Tampa show. I'm only getting paid by ticket sales.
Gotcha.
But and that scares me to death. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that feeling because it's just scary. It's a scary thing. And then even if I got paid already, I don't like getting paid, then going, and then they not make money.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that ain't no way to be either.
Exactly.
Like, so when I go, I always tell people what the price is for an acoustic show and what the price is for a full band. So it's up to them. If they want a full band, they can pay me for it.
Exactly.
And I'll be more than happy to do that. But it's usually an acoustic show. And I'm fine with that too. And it's usually just me and CJ at acoustic shows because he can play way better than I can.
So you're bringing CJ to Tampa as well?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and get all our peoples together and
get some tickets and come on out and see you. Yeah, for sure.
Man, thank y'all, man. I think this really is a blessing for sure.
Do you know how much the tickets are?
I think they're $20.
All right, yeah, that's the regular ticket price over here. So
yeah, we might book them right after we get off the session here with you. That's for sure.
Yeah, they're $20. I think now, and then at the door, I think they're going to be 25. So
now
that's the way it's going.
Going into a little bit more of the business aspect of it. Marketing and promoting wise, what is it that you do? Or how do you go about it?
Marketing is a fickle little beast.
Yeah, it is.
Because
I agree.
Yeah, man, because like I always say this, I say the greatest enemy that independent artists or creators face is a corporate algorithm.
Yep.
That's the truth. It's our greatest enemy because as soon as we figure it out, they change it. You can have it mastered, and I once did. I once had it mastered. And I used to could post a video on Facebook maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it would go viral. If it was a music video, it went viral every time. 1 million views every time. No question about it. And now I could post a video on Facebook and, it could get 50,000 views.
Exactly.
Which is I'm not complaining. That's still good, but it's not 1 million. It's not like I got videos on my Facebook page that have 30 million views. Some of them have 50.
Oh yeah.
So it's like what they did was they said, okay, since we're able to get money, we're going to take the organic reach where it used to be here. It's every year it does this right here, the organic reach, because what that does, it lowers who we're us being able to reach our fans, but it raises their profit because they think that, okay, by us doing this with the organic reach, it does this with them running ads.
Oh yes.
Because now they have to run ads to get you have to run an ad now if you want. And this ain't this. There's a few videos, and there's definitely tactics and techniques to game the algorithm.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
There is. But I'm not one that's able to constantly be studying all these updates anymore. It used to occupy my mind so much. That's you want to know what one of the reasons is. That's why I want to get into podcasting, and that be what I get paid to do, so that I don't feel so much stress from being independent and staying independent, not having a label behind me, and having to figure out everything there is to figure out about algorithms and such and such and such and such. It's on every single social media. But I will say this. If somebody said, how would you market whatever you're doing? It's like for y'all.
Yes.
How would I market what you're doing? TikTok. TikTok right now is it's the Wild West, man. You can have no followers, you can have 1 million, and the one person with no followers can get just as many views as the person with 1 million. If whoever don't embrace TikTok is foolish right now, because before it gets, like, I would be making little videos, I'd be taking sound clips of all that, and that's what I'm gonna start doing with my podcast too. But at the moment, I don't really push my podcast too terribly much to my music fans, because I don't want to convert my music fans into podcast listeners. Mm-hmm. I want to get podcast listeners to be fans of my podcast.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because those are the people that are going to keep listening over and over. I could post it and post it and post it until I'm blue in the face to all my music fans who may or may not listen to podcasts, and they might go listen once, but I got to keep telling them every time to go listen.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like work. That's work all the time. I'm having to drill this in their head. And you got to get tired of that at some point. Somebody's got to get tired. Oh, man, all he talks about is this podcast. Because it's every week.
Exactly.
You know? It's every week I'll be doing that about the podcast.
Same here.
Anyway, yeah. So, marketing-wise, I would just say, I always say this. This is where I was from the start, is where I am now. The minute you get one fan, you start loving on that fan, even if it's just one. And then when you get 2, you love on both of them. And then when you get 10, you do the same. And 20, you do the same. And 100, you keep doing it until as far as you can stretch it. If there's any fan of mine that's been as a fan as long as you have, guarantee I've had a conversation of some kind with you, with anybody that's that, because I love, like, how dare anyone ask someone to support them and they can't even give a like on their comment. They can't even, can't even hit a like button.
Yeah, I remember commenting on the parody on the parody video. And I said, "Man, that was amazing! I can't stop laughing." And I was like, "There's a bearded brother here," or something like that. It was hilarious.
Yeah, man. And all my friends aren't actually bearded. I just want to make sure everybody knows that. Yeah. I do have friends that don't have beards.
Yeah, I just cut mine down because of the wifey over here, you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
I had to cut it down a little bit, yeah. It wasn't as...
How do I cut...
Yeah.
How do I cut her out of this?
Exactly. I wanted to mention... I wanted to put that out there because she's the reason why.
You came out and did it.
Hey, happy wife, happy life, right?
That's true. Hey, look, ain't nothing wrong with it. She told you... If she said, "Hey, I'd like to see your baby face,"
yep, just for a little bit.
Go on, shave it. What's it gonna hurt?
Exactly. It'll grow back in 6 months.
Exactly.
It's no big deal.
Give me another 6 months and I'll be back to nice and grizzly.
So I recently heard another song of yours.
What was it?
Bare Feet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I really, really enjoyed that. It was like you were
That's
going
right
down memory lane.
Yeah, because you like country. So that's definitely back when I wrote those songs. That and You Baby. That song, You Baby, and Christine were the last songs that I wrote that I would call country music genre.
Yep.
Because I wrote those when people were telling me, people were saying, like, I would take that people were saying, well, you're country. Like, the only way you're gonna make it is if you are in country music. So I said, all right, well, I like country music just as much as anybody else, I guess. It wasn't what I grew up listening to. I grew up listening to soul music. I grew up listening to Mahalia Jackson, listening to gospel and Al Green and Boys to Men, these type of people. That's who I grew up listening to.
Nice.
And then later, I found Garth Brooks, and then he turned me on to some of the older country and things like that. But nonetheless, when they said, because of the way you look, you're going to have to be country or whatever, it was like people's opinions. And I said, all right, well, I'll do country. It's fine. And so I was writing country music, and I thought, this is what I'll do. And I actually pitched You Baby and Bare Feet to Darius Rucker years ago.
Oh, wow.
When I was, and he listened to them because he was on my Memnash radio show. And
Nice.
he listened and he said, man, I love that You Baby. And I said, well, you're cutting an album right now. Be sure, if you love it, cut it.
Yep.
Exactly.
But he said, I'll be honest, we have 50 songs to cut down to 12
Oh, geez.
already. And I was like, well, I guess that means I didn't make it then. I guess you didn't love it that much. Because if you really love a song.
That would have been 51.
Right. Well, if you really love it, you're like, this is one of the 12.
One of the 12,
yeah, this is
exactly.
one of the 12. Like, but the point is, that was the last time. When that happened, I said, I'll never pitch another song to an artist. I don't care if they ever sing my songs. I said, I'll always write songs, sing them myself, and release them. And whatever happens, happens. And that's where, because originally that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to just write songs and other people sing them. But that ended that day.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and that's probably a defeatist type of attitude, right? But to be honest with you,
That steered you.
I always,
That kind of steered you into what you are now, though, right?
It did. God knows how to, he knows how to do that type of thing. But I don't think, when I think back about it, I think about when I wrote certain songs, I think about, well, man, would I be happy if somebody changed that song to fit them? Probably not. I would be happy I was getting that money. That money would be nice, but
Right.
I don't know how to write songs for other people. I only know how to write them for me.
Exactly.
So it's like my song Flowers. Even though I wrote that that song came out of left field. That song's very sad, but it has a happy ending. But it's not like it's not like I've never lost my spouse, right? That's what that song's about, though, losing your spouse.
Exactly.
It came to me in the middle of, I was just in the middle of my shop, and I started singing that song, and I said, well, why? It took me years to release that song, to even cut it, because I was scared that I would curse myself or something,
Right.
And I was like, I don't want this to happen to me. And then you start thinking, well, maybe this is fueled from the people that I have lost in my life that meant something to me. And I think that's where it was fueled from. But, that song has helped many, many people that have went through losing their spouse. They have said, man, this song, it just gives me hope.
Yeah.
Because at the end, there's hope. I always try to put hope at the end. I don't want to leave a song sad. You know what I mean? I don't want to leave it like a Tom Waits song. I don't want to leave it like a Tom Waits song.
For sure.
Even though I like some of his songs, and I actually covered one of them.
Yeah.
But they always end on a sad note, man. It's like, heck gone, bro. So now I didn't want to do that. But anyway, I forgot if you asked me a question. I'm trying
How
to
did you come
remember.
up with Bare Feet? Because that's like a memory
Bare
lane type
Feet.
thing,
Yeah.
right?
That's what we were talking about, Bare Feet. I'm so sorry,
That's
Melissa.
okay.
No, you're
Go.
fine.
Hey.
So Bare Feet, I remember it like it was yesterday. I actually built me an apartment inside of my shop years ago when I was towing cars, and I was in my I had my bare feet on, as I call it, and I was walking. I had to walk across my shop floor to get to the bathroom. So I was walking across, and I walked from from tile to concrete, and then into the tiled floor, and then I walked outside and felt the rocks. Then I felt the grass, and I was like, "That's something that when you have your bare feet on, you feel every single thing. You know exactly what you're standing on.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when you got shoes on, you might not know what you're actually standing on.
Right.
So I started listening. I said, "Man, really, it's something about having your bare feet on, ain't it?" I'm just sitting there talking to myself like a weirdo, and I just started going, "There's something about having your bare feet on." With the grass and the sand and the mud in your toe. Feeling where you're walking real slow. There's something about having your bare feet on. And I was like, man, that's good. I like that.
Oh,
I'm going to go write that one.
That's
And
awesome.
I wrote it that day. It took like, I don't know, it took maybe an hour.
Yeah, that song actually reminds me of a song that a really good friend of mine created. It's called $5 Flip Flops by my buddy Greg White Jr. You should check him out if you get a chance. He's an amazing artist, country artist, and I sometimes I'm the backup drummer that he has, and when I play with him, we play the $5 Flip Flops. The story is pretty much something like that, something funny like that. That it's, you know, he went fishing here in Tampa or in the Bay one day and forgot his flip flops, and he walked into Kmart because it was back when they still had Kmarts. The doors open up and it's a $5 flip flop bin right in front of him. So it just, the song, created itself as that, evolved and stuff. So that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, man. I love that. I love creative songs for sure. I love when you get into country, you really hear some creative songs, especially if you listen to Brad Paisley.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
for
He
sure.
is very in depth.
Yeah, man. He'll and he didn't write all these songs. I don't think.
No.
Maybe he did, but songs like now there's one called Famous People. I don't know if y'all ever heard that. And then I don't even know, did Brad Paisley do the one that goes I'm gonna miss her when I get home. Right now I'm on this lake shore and
Is that
Is that She's Everything to Me?
Oh, She's Everything to Me?
No, it's the one talking about going fishing. He says shoot. It's the one where it's a funny song.
Gotcha.
He says
yes, that is him.
Yeah, he
What's the name of
says
the song?
when I hit that, if I hit that fishing hole today, she'd be packing all her things, she'd be gone by noon. Well, I'm gonna miss her when I get home.
Yeah.
You go, okay. That man said, I'm going fishing.
Yeah,
See you later.
Miss her. Yep.
Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
I love that.
Yep,
another thing that I love about you, because you're all over the realm when it comes to genres and stuff like that, because it doesn't matter what song you find, as long as you like it, you're gonna do something with it. I've noticed that.
Right.
So reggae, man,
I love reggae.
that what was it?
One Day.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my most popular video on YouTube.
yeah, 10 million views, right? Or over 10 million views now.
Yeah, I think it might be over. I was shocked when that video overtook Ice Ice Baby.
Yeah.
I thought Ice Ice Baby would always be at the top, and my dream is actually to nothing against Ice Ice Baby and nothing against all the people that became fans of mine from it.
Yeah.
But my dream is that one day the biggest song I have is my own.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's
For
the
sure,
dream.
for sure. Surpass all those
But-
songs.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was crazy when One Day surpassed Ice Ice Baby. Now I think there's 3 ahead of it. There's Old Town Road. That'll probably end up passing One Day.
Oh, yeah. It's coming up pretty fast.
Yeah, man.
And Simple
And that's
Man had
another
a
one I
lot of
thought.
views too.
Yeah, Simple Man.
Simple Man. I think Simple Man's beating Ice Ice Baby as well.
Yeah.
So, which is fun for me on YouTube. None of them beat it on Facebook, though, because that thing just has, 150 plus million if you add them all together.
Exactly.
Of all the people that, it's just a. You remember when Vanilla Ice? How you doing? Sorry about that.
You're
You remember
fine.
when Vanilla Ice? He went through this spell where he didn't like the fact that all that people knew him from was
From Only
Ex-
Vanilla
Ice Ice
Ice.
Yes,
Baby.
I do
He
remember
tried the
that.
rap,
Yes.
and he did a lot of other things too.
Yes.
right. And then it's funny, man, because now he's not like that at all. At some point, I think he was younger then, and he was like, "I'm more than just Ice Ice Baby,"
Mhm.
Exactly.
and he is. it's a shame that people go through that where, I don't know, it's just crazy. There's even people like Van Morrison. You know who Van Morrison is?
For sure.
He hates the fact that his biggest song is Brown Eyed Girl, and he wrote the song.
Yep.
I still play that song till this day, man. He can't hate that.
He hates that that's what he's known by. And I'm like, and I just think, like we were talking about the other day, and I was like, man, there's no way I think God, if he's made it to where when one of my original songs, whatever it might be, I don't care what it is, it's an original song of mine. If it becomes this massive thing and I'm known by that for the rest of my life, there'll never be a time where I go, man, I hate that. Hate that I'm known by that. I'm going to love it for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
The Beardalizer.
The beard. That's actually a brand that I was partnered with. I'm no longer partnered with them, though. But people call me that.
Yeah.
To this day.
That's what I knew you as for the longest time. I thought it was the Beardalizer guy. You know,
yeah,
until you actually started embracing the Marty Ray project, and you started with the new logos and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's the name of his project. Everything that he's got going on is the Marty Ray project. It's not the Beardalizer,
right? No, Beardalizer. They actually came along at that Vanilla Ice concert that I did with him in Miami. They were at that show. And they came up to me after the show and they were, wanted to work. And I was like, man, I get so many offers from all these beard companies. I'm not wanting to do things for free or for products. That ain't happening.
Exactly.
So we came up with a deal, and they were paying me monthly to create content for them and to bring brand awareness. And I built their brand.
You blew them up with that one commercial that you actually did for them, the reggae song that you had oh man. It was a video, a short
clip that you did.
Yes, I Can Grow a Beard.
No, it was a full song. It wasn't the only one though. All my friends are bearded. That was theirs too.
Yep.
If you look up
really?
the uniform.
Okay.
Yeah, the uniform says Beardalizer. The song says Beardalizer.
Gotcha.
There were several videos for them that blew them up, and then when it came time to discuss equity, they let me go.
Yeah, they didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, so I did my part, I guess, and they were like, "We're fine with what you've done, and that's enough." So, no hard feelings though. I wish them the best, and I hope they become billionaires someday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no harm, no foul here. You know what I mean? Keep it going, keep it trucking, right? Stay positive.
Yeah, well, there was harm.
Oh,
you want to look at it that way?
I'm sorry.
They shouldn't have. Well, I'm just saying meaning harm. There was harm in that they just dropped me out of the blue.
Right.
Exactly. But, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I ain't mad about it. It's fine. You know what I mean?
It's the beast in the industry as well. That's part of the beast, that it's inside of the music industry and everything that we do day to day,
That's right.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Mm-hmm. So I got another question real quick. Using songs like that, like the Ice Ice Baby and things like that, do you have to have a certain permission to do that?
No. Mm-mm. If you recreate a cover, like I do, like even if you just play it the same way, but you're actually playing the music, you actually own that sound recording because you created that.
Okay.
Now, if you go get a karaoke track and do that, you don't have the right to make any money off that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still post it on YouTube. All they'll do is they'll just claim all the money from it.
Right.
Whatever it might make. They'll leave it up, but they'll claim the money. So with me, they claim part of it. So they claim the songwriter's royalties, but they don't own the right to the recording because it's like you look at Ice Ice Baby. You want to know the truth about it. David Bowie and Queen should not be able to get any of that money to my version.
Right.
only Vanilla Ice, because the only thing I'm using from that song is his lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I'm not using their music
Right.
at all. Not even the same chords.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't be able to, but they still have a claim on it. So they're still getting their part, even though I'm just using the lyrics. It should only be Vanilla Ice getting part of that song. So that's kind of how that works.
Okay.
Wow, that's awesome. So you're pretty much helping him out as well.
Well, he don't really need the help from me. He's got plenty of money.
But I mean, when you have somebody that is, putting an extra 10 million plus views on a YouTube video and making it viral, obviously that's going to help no matter what, even though it doesn't matter what tier you're already in, that, at least that's how I feel about it.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even think he knew it. I don't even think he felt the extra from that song,
Yeah.
but he loves it.
Yeah, he definitely contacted
when we
you.
performed.
Yeah.
Well, when I performed, when he introduced me, he said, "This is the greatest version of this song I ever heard, and I've heard every version." So
That's awesome. That's awesome.
yeah, man, it was great.
That's
I
amazing.
definitely love your voice, man. You definitely have a unique style, and it's just phenomenal. And it definitely hits all the feels on. It doesn't matter if you're doing
genre.
a happy song, sad song, everything that you have done has done something to me that, and to us that either I'm like, babe, you gotta check, his new video out, check his song out. Or, when you did, Tennessee Whiskey. Oh, buddy.
That version was amazing.
Oh, buddy.
Amazing. I mean, Chris Stapleton does it well, but you doing it, that really took it over the top. That was an amazing version, the way you did it.
Man, thanks so much. You're a country fan, so I actually didn't want to do that song. I waited for a long time to do that song because I didn't like the fact that, I don't know, I didn't like the fact that people always said Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton, and it's dumb, but when you grow up listening to George Jones saying Tennessee Whiskey.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, and he didn't write it either. But Dean Dillon wrote it, but it was just crazy. It just felt like it's stupid, but it feels disrespectful to the possum to not mention him. But I do the same thing though. That's what's crazy. Like when I posted a cover of Last Kiss by Pearl Jam, right? And that's the one I know. That's the one I come to know and love. And so that's the only one I've ever heard.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did a cover of it, and there was all these people in the. Now I never voiced that out. Besides, just like I voiced my opinion, but I never got online and said, "Hey, that song's not by Chris Stapleton. That's by George Jones or whatever."
Exactly.
I just always thought that in my head. Yeah. But these people got on this song, and they just kept on. This is a Cavalier song. This ain't no Pearl Jam. Who's Pearl Jam? All this stuff. And I said, I saw like a bunch of these comments. And I said, well, actually, you think that Cavaliers wrote it, I guess, and they covered it too. This is a Wayne Cochran song. But I said, I guess you love the Cavaliers one, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. But and a lot of them was like, oh, it is a Wayne Cochran song. Touche,
Yep.
That's just the way we are. Like if we hear a song that, and that's if there's a child that's only heard my version of Ice Ice Baby, that's the one they're always going to love, probably.
Yep, and
exactly.
that's the version they're going to sing.
Right, and they're going to be like, I want to hear Ice Ice Baby by Marty Ray.
Yeah,
they're not going to, when they grow up, they're going to go, I want to hear Ice Ice Baby by Marty Ray, also by Vanilla Ice, and Queen and David Bowie. You know what I mean?
Idea.
Yeah, it's like me with Blue on Black, and I love the Five Finger Death Punch version way better than the actual original country version because I'm just more of a rocker than she is. So I like the Five Finger Death Punch better. And when I play
country,
yeah. Well,
I never heard a country version
really,
of Blue on Black.
Oh yeah.
It's the original is by Blue on Black, Tears on the River.
Hold on.
Yeah, that ain't country. I think that's Kenny Wayne Shepherd, ain't it?
What kind of rock?
That's rock.
Yeah, that is rock.
Yeah, that's rock. Blue on black.
Yeah, that
Tears
one.
on a river, push and shove. It's the dead man's tongue. That's definitely rock. I remember that. I remember that song.
Well, compared to the Five Finger Death Punch version, it almost sounds like a rock country, style. You know what I mean?
Well, they call it the blues rock. Yeah.
Yeah, blues rock. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I would put it. And when he said compared to Five Finger Death Punch, that's bubblegum pop version.
Exactly. That's for sure. So, Marty, I know you got to get back with your family and stuff. I have one more question for you, brother. So for people like us, they're a big fan of yours, and we look up to you. And what kind of message do you have for people like me that we're trying to grow our business? Whether it's in the music industry, whether it's in life in general, it doesn't matter. What is a positive message that you can send to us so we can, stay motivated and keep going and working hard on our dreams?
I can only tell you the way I live my life and the things. I'm no guru. I can only tell you the way I live my life. I put God first, always. He stays first. And wherever he leads me, I go. And then outside of that, you learn from, if you're a big biography fan, I love biographies. So I read a lot of biographies and I watch every biopic that I see. So there's one thing you learn from all those is every success story, the only difference in successful people and non-successful people is consistency, is perseverance. They had just as many trials and bumps and roadblocks as everybody does. The only difference was they didn't quit. They kept going. So I tend to believe that no matter who you are, whatever you're doing, God will honor your effort. If you keep pushing, you're going to be honored in it. Eventually, if you keep pushing, you're going to find that diamond that you're digging for. I believe that. I believe it's as easy as that. Just keep doing it. And I tell you, years ago, I mentioned Darius Rucker. Years ago, I asked him that very same question that you just asked me, the very same question. And he told me at Memnash Radio, I said, what would you tell people like me? And he said, just play. Just whatever opportunity it comes, entertain it. You never know which one of them is going to be the one that blows you up. I tell y'all the same thing. Don't look at an opportunity like this ain't really big enough. This ain't really going to work out. Just entertain it. Go after them all. If it's a small thing, it might not always be small. It might be the one it might be small today. Y'all entertain it. Y'all do it. And then tomorrow, you didn't know what they had in the store, but tomorrow they're huge, which then makes y'all huge. So that's what I would tell you.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. One more thing, if you don't mind doing this for me, I just want to be able to, I have all my guests now, to close out the show. So if you don't mind, saying your name and, you're now listening to Social Banter podcast. And, also, if you don't mind, I will also like to promote a new single or anything that you have. So first of all, plug in all your websites and all your, social medias, and, then go ahead and close it out for us.
Right on. So the newest single that just released from the new album coming out is The Storm. And you can find everything really about me at MartyRayProject.com. That you can join the mailing list, and you don't have to be hindered, and neither do I, from a corporate algorithm, as I mentioned earlier. So you can, y'all still there?
Yeah, we're here.
I lost you. Oh, you there? Okay.
We're good.
You can find me at MartyRayProject.com. Join the mailing list so we don't have to worry with algorithms. And listen to my podcast, the Marty Ray Project Chats. Rate and review that podcast. Rate and review this podcast. Share it, download it, love on it. And look for the new album. And also, I'm Marty Ray Project, and you've been listening to Social Banter. God bless you.
Thank you, brother, so much. I really appreciate that.
Hopefully we'll see you in March when you're here in Tampa.
Man, I hope y'all do too. That'd be great. I'm going to hug y'all's neck.
Oh
Awesome.
man, that would be
sounds
amazing, honestly. And if you can send me some kind of address or anything like that I can get, so I can send you a shirt for either our Social Banter podcast or our one of our sponsors, which is Legendary LTD Apparel. I would love to send you something out there as a gift and as a thank you for taking your time and being able to help us out and being in our podcast here.
Absolutely.
So that would be amazing.
This? How about I pick it up March 11th?
That sounds even
in
better.
Tampa.
That sounds even better,
You
brother.
got it. We'll exactly do that. Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Right on.
Awesome.
And please, y'all sell those tickets out. I'll make sure. There's not many tickets, right? It's not a big place.
No.
Yeah.
So y'all get the people there. I'll make sure everybody gets equal time, and y'all get more.
Awesome.
No problem, brother. If you can give us a shout out on your end, that would be amazing too. All right.
And we'll let you know when this airs, so you're aware of it as well.
All right.
I do every show, everybody podcast that I'm on. I tell them that I will share it on a story with a swipe up link.
Sweet,
Awesome.
sweet.
That's the way I advertise my own. So
that's awesome. I actually need to learn how to do that too, because that's probably a lot easier than doing all this stuff that we're doing.
You never know. I mean, I'm not a pro.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do it. You definitely need to be utilizing Reels, Instagram Reels, and Instagram Stories for sure.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, Marty, thank you so much, and say hi to the family for us.
Have a great
and
night. Thank you.
We love you, man. Be safe. All right.
I love y'all, man. God bless you.
You too. Be safe, brother.
Bye-bye.
Wow, what an amazing episode this was.
Oh my
really
God,
enjoyed
blow my mind. Again, we haven't thanked him enough already, but this was amazing, amazing. March 11th.
Oh, yes.
You guys, he's
Side
coming
Splitters,
to our area,
Carrollwood,
Tampa, Florida.
Yes. Come see him. Come check him out. He is hilarious. Not only that, but he's all about the family, about friendship. He wants to hang out with us. Guys, let's go show him what we're all about. Let's go show him what Florida is all about. You know, this is how we can get help inside of the community. Let's help the independent guys.
Show all the support.
Yes. Come show some support. Independent artists. Okay. This is what it's all about. We're not signing record labels. We're not doing any of that. We're grinding ourselves. Okay. If you want to do it, if you want to make it this way, yes, there you go. Let's do this, guys. Let's go help them out. So March 11th, 7 p.m., Side Splitters, Carrollwood. Be there or be square. And guess what? My bearded brother again. I love you, man. Thank you so much for this amazing episode. Marty Ray Project. Go check him out on his social medias, Instagram, YouTubes. Those videos are amazing.
And soon, a lot more TikToks, we hope, because I guess we're going to start too.
Yeah, we're slagging a little bit. But he's got some cool TikToks too.
Thanks again for making this one of our most funnest, even though that's not really the word, our funnest.
Mentoring, actually.
Mentoring,
and learning.
Just thanks for being here, Marty Ray. We so appreciate it. You guys, thank you for listening to us. Keep listening to us. Leave us a review on the Apple Podcast site.
Yes, please.
Or on our Facebook site.
Send us a review, please.
And
if you're on Apple, please write a review, because that actually brings us up on that search. Okay, so if you guys trying to get us up there and you guys really like what is going on, please get us up there. We're still trying to work out all the kinks on the Patreon and make sure that it's up and running 100% for you guys. And we will talk more about that later, but we want to hear from you guys. This is what it's all about. It's the community. We want to hear from you guys. What ideas do you have? What kind of feedback do you have? Anything positive, negative? I don't care. We will respond. We're here for you guys.
Okay? And guys, also legendaryltd.com. Get some tattoo apparel. You can go to the checkout and use a special promo code for being one of our listeners. SB30, 30% off. Guys, 30% off.
Come on. It's not 10. It's not 15. It's not 20. It's not the regular discount. Guys, 30% off. Okay, of your first purchase. So make it count. Make sure you make that purchase count, all right? We love you guys. Cheers. Thank you so much. This is Social Banter Podcast signing out. Peace.
Salute.
All the screams coming from the voice. Alarms went off and we all hear. my heartbeat pounding out of my ribs. I look up to the sky and I pray for grace. God, please protect my family from an early grave. Looking all around at the aftermath, holding on tight to the ones I had. Holding on tight to the ones I had. I could think about it for a long time, ponder everything that could have happened in my mind. But instead I'm looking into my baby's eyes. There's a lot of people that can't say that tonight. Some lost more than just a home, a couple of cars and things. Some nightmare came true that night when we were lost in dreams. Pray for me, cause things are not exactly how they seem. I'm trying to be strong and be a rock, but in my head I scream. I remember hearing all the noises, all the screams coming from the voices. Alarms went off and we all hear my heartbeat pounding out of my ribs. Look up to the sky and I pray for grace. God, please protect my family from an early grave. Looking all around at the aftermath, holding on tight to the ones I had. Here we go again with another day. All these people showing love in a million ways, while all around the world they pray for self-gain. I'm on my knees thankful for amazing grace. I just know it could have turned out very differently as I dig through all the rubble, wreckage and debris. Pray for me, cause things are not exactly how they seem. I'm trying to be strong and be a rock, but in my head I scream. I remember hearing all the noises, all the screams coming from the voices. Alarms went off and we all hear my heartbeat pounding out of my ribs. I look up to the sky and I pray for grace. God, please protect my family from an early grave. Looking all around at the aftermath, holding on tight to the ones I had. The storm makes us stronger. Oh, with each other we live longer, longer. We just might have to weather together forever. However, I remember hearing all the noises, all the screams coming from the voices. Alarms went off and we all hear my heartbeat pounding out of my ribs. Look up to the sky and I pray for grace. God, please protect my family from an early grave. Looking all around at the aftermath, holding on tight to the ones I had. Ones I had. The storm makes us stronger.